San Juan County, Utah. Autumn, 1983. Near the base of Navajo Mountain, a site considered sacred in Dain tradition, a Navajo ranching family reported something moving through their property at night. Not an animal they recognized. According to their account, it moved on 4 legs, then stood upright. Their livestock wouldn't settle for 3 days afterward. The family was the Begays, Raymond Begay, his wife, and their 2 adult sons. Raymond had lived on that land for over 30 years. He told a tribal council representative that he'd heard something circling the hogan on 2 separate nights before he saw it directly. He described it as larger than a coyote, covered in dark matted hair, moving with an unnatural gait. 3 neighboring families reported similar activity within the same 2-week window. One account came from a woman named Ella Running Water, roughly 8 miles northwest. She described finding a sheep dead with no visible predator marks, no tracks nearby either, just disturbed earth in a wide circle around the carcass. She refused to touch the animal herself. The accounts were recorded by a representative from the Navajo Nation's local chapter house in Navajo Mountain. This was not formal law enforcement, it was a community documentation process, common practice when incidents were reported that fell outside standard jurisdiction. The representative collected written and oral statements from at least 7 individuals across a 3-week period. Raymond Begay's eldest son, Thomas, provided one of the more specific accounts. On the night of October 14th, he reported watching from his truck window as a figure approached the hogan across open ground, walking upright, then dropping to all 4s as it neared the fence. He said it turned its head toward the truck. He did not get out. He drove to his father's neighbor's home instead. A Navajo medicine man, the accounts do not name him at his request, was brought to the Begay property. He conducted a traditional diagnostic ceremony. Afterward, he told the family the activity was consistent with what Dain tradition calls a Yi-Nald Lushi, someone practicing harmful witchcraft who had taken animal form. He prescribed specific protective measures and said the family should not speak the name of what they'd seen. The sightings stopped within 10 days of the ceremony. No further reports came from the Begay property. 2 of the other families reported 1 additional incident each before things quieted. The chapter house representative noted in his documentation that the timeline of the incidents, roughly 4 weeks total, was consistent with other reported clusters in the region going back decades. There was no formal outside investigation. The documentation exists within Navajo Nation chapter records, supplemented by ethnographic references from researchers like Clyde Cluckhone, whose earlier academic work on Navajo witchcraft practices provides context. No wildlife agency was contacted. San Juan County Sheriff's records for the period show no corresponding reports. The evidence is testimony, 7 signed or recorded accounts. The mundane explanations are straightforward: a large predator, possibly a bear moving out of normal range, misidentified under stress at night. The livestock deaths fit that pattern. What's harder to account for is the consistency across 7 unconnected witnesses, same description, same behavior, same timing. And Raymond Begay had ranched that land for 30 years. He knew what a bear looked like. The 1983 Navajo Mountain accounts are not famous. They weren't picked up by UFO researchers or television documentaries. They exist in community records, passed down by the families involved. 7 people reported something. The chapter documentation is real. What those 7 people saw is still open. So what do you think? Is there a rational explanation, or is something else going on? Drop a comment below, and if you've had an encounter of your own, we want to hear about it. Subscribe to WT Historical for more documented cases from the edge of history.